Welcome again to the live show from the Biohacker Summit Helsinki. We have a new guest here today. It's Max Lugavere,
How's it going?
all the way from the US. Max, hi.
Hey.
I know that this is not your first time at the Biohacker Summit. What brings you back?
Yeah, I mean, the first time I was here, it was in mid-2017. I had yet to publish a book. I didn't have a podcast. So, I mean, back then I just remember being so honored that, they were inviting me to come and talk about my ideas, which, I guess were novel at the time. And since then, I mean, a lot has changed in my life. I wrote a book. I, launched a podcast. And it's been incredible to see my book go on, to become a New York Times bestseller in the U.S., to be published in multiple languages around the world.
Amazing.
And yeah, and so this is the first time that I've come back and I've been a part of the Biohacker Summit to really talk about all of the research since then, and sort of, what I describe as genius foods, like the foods that are going to help optimize brain health in the long term, but then help your brain function more optimally in the present as well.
Yeah. So for our live audience, could you please tell us quickly about what is your book focusing on? Who is it for?
Yeah, so the book is for anybody and everybody who has a brain, who wants to optimize the way that their brain works, to have better mental health with food, and to also prevent things like dementia and Alzheimer's disease. I'm not going to say that all, cases of Alzheimer's disease are preventable, but we are now learning more and more and more about how, various risk factors can predispose one to developing this condition for which there is no meaningful treatment. So the book is sort of like a care manual for the human brain, and it's very nutrition focused. It goes deep into food and fasting and ketogenic diets and how they may or may not work given your unique biology. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach, but it's really made the science, deep science, complex science, very easy and relatable to a lot of people. And so that's kind of what I was talking about here today, a little bit of the findings in that.
So food is important, and it's not just what we eat, but how we eat as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And you are doing this amazing job of being a messenger of the latest science updates for people who want to learn more about nutrition.
Yeah, I think that's part of what, I became interested in this topic, dementia prevention, cognitive optimization, whatever you want to call it, because I have a loved one that had dementia. And, I realized that I only became interested in this topic because of that, because of her. And young people generally are not into dementia, Alzheimer's disease. And I think that they're just not, younger people are not as able to relate to a much older person in a lab coat. And so when I think people hear my story and, I think that they can relate, so I'm a different messenger, as you mentioned. And
it's better to take preventive measures
than
face the problem when there's
yeah.
not much you can do.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think people are more willing to embrace that kind of information coming from somebody like me. Because I'm like, look, guys, we need to think about prevention. We need to talk about this. This is important.
Absolutely.
They're not going to listen to a doctor. They don't listen to doctors. Prevention is not it's like an afterthought, if that, in the way we talk about these kinds of conditions.
And I know you've been also working on the movie, the documentary.
Yes. Yeah.
How did that idea came along?
That was the first project that I started doing. It really sort of was the project that let me put my name out there and get my foot out, in terms of being a champion for this topic. And I'm still actually working on the project. It's called Breadhead. Anybody that wants to support it can go to breadheadmovie.com. It's a documentary. It's, we're looking to finish the film and raise funding for that. So, so I'm working on that in tandem with everything else.
Yeah. So for everybody who wants to learn more about what is it that you're doing, how do they find that?
You can definitely follow me on Instagram. So at Max Lugavere, MaxLugavere. I'm very active on Instagram. I also have a podcast called The Genius Life. which you should check out. And my book, Genius Foods, is available everywhere books are sold. So definitely pick that up as well.
Okay. I hope our live audience is taking notes. Max producing is really amazing content on nutrition and how that can help you optimize your health without necessarily going to doctors or interacting with any medical institutions. So everything is your hand, and you are the only one in charge of your health.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.